Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Japanu Toys. We're continuing Andy's trying to persuade people to buy things, and hopefully those people have money, as we continue down the Galaxy Force route, and this time we have a look, this time at Inch Up. No, it is not a joke about any kind of man, dangly bits or anything like that, but I suppose you could take it that way if you really wanted to. But let's get in and have a look at Galaxy Force Inch Up. No, I will not call them by their American names because they're Japanese toys I'm looking at, and it's Japanu toys, not American toys. And when I actually think of these figures, I think of them not with their American name, but I actually think of them with their Japanese name. So here we go. Let's get into the video, guys. Inch Up, the monster truck, I guess Land Rover-y 4x4 dude from the Speed Planet. He's purple and green, if you know what I mean. I'll start off by saying I like the colour combination on this dude. I think we need more Transformers with this kind of colour scheme. I'm just throwing it out there. In terms of his alt mode, I think it's kind of a cool 4x4 kind of monster trucky look to it, which has another feature which I'll talk about in a moment. The back is obviously where all the gimmick takes place, so I can let up, because that's not the best thing to look at. But you know, I think it's kind of a cool little vehicle. Now, he may look good, but Inch Up does have some problems in this mode, and it's these wheels, because they really don't spin. They've got this bit of plastic in the middle for the gimmick, which I think is the reason why when you try and roll him, no matter how hard you push down or lightly you do it, one wheel just will not move, and the other one, as you can see, barely does. It just doesn't work. The plastic rubs and it causes friction, and it's not great. He does have a Cyberplanet key, of course. This one is the red one, and it's got speed details and car stuff on it. And when you force chip ignition him, he can go ka-kunk. And now he's more of a squatted down. That's monster truck mode, and this is the racing car mode, I guess, for extra speed. Sure, let's pretend. So he's driving along, and he's like, I'll drive over you. And let's get an example of this with the snail. He's like, snails are dumb, squish 'em, rah, snail. And then he's like, I want to beat the snail in a race, so how about I go flat and I completely own the snail in a terms of speed contest of the snail. Just like, oh, buddy, wait up. Maybe that's how it is. It's not a bad little feature. The wheels, again, don't spin any better, but in terms of a kid going, yeah, okay, this is a fine play feature that the kids can enjoy, you know, from monster truck to just speed, and speed to robot. Now in robot mode, Inch Up obviously has a real good silhouette, but the problem with this silhouette is it's all because of back kibble, and he has a lot of it, guys. But apart from a load of back kibble, I think the robot mode is a pretty strong look to it overall. Granted, his legs are perhaps a little bit strange to look at first, but they do help support his weight, which he needs a lot. I like the head sculpt a lot. I like that one crazy eye, which I have no idea what it is. And yeah, the back kibble stuff is not the best. Like, he's not a toy that looks great from the rear, but I still think he's a pretty good looking robot. Now, in terms of articulation, we have the head, which is on a swivel joint. It might be able to go all the way around, but this is as much as I'm willing to do. Come on, or get back. He does have his eyepiece, which should be translucent, but just because of how this whole getup works, it really doesn't work, unfortunately, which is a shame, just because of all this back kibble. His arms will go up to a point. Obviously, the wheels stop them. They can go out and bend at the elbow, and we have a bicep swivel as well. Good 90-degree bend there. The waist is a swivelly waist, which is really good for helping to give him a bit of a dynamic look to his poses and whatnot. Which is always good. I like that. I mean, it's part of the transformation, but, you know, boosh. He looks like he's going to ram you with these giant wheels. The legs, universal joints, so they go out, they go up. And because of how the legs transform, we have a deep knee, super deep, and the toe moves as well, but you really need the toe out as much as possible to give him a lot of stability because of all that back kibble. Yeah, his articulation's pretty good, I would say. Even with all this junk, he can be toppled over, but for the most part, I don't think he does too bad of a job balancing all of this weight out, really. There are toys that I'll be looking at which do a lot worse, in fairness. And he does have a secondary force chip gimmick. Usually they just have one, which is the wheels. This one allows you to get his guns down over his shoulders. So in that sense, he's a lot better than, say, like Guard Shell, or especially Thundercracker, because he has a multi-featured gimmick, which is always cool. So yeah, Inchup, he's got some stuff to him. So overall, should you buy Inchup? I think he's a really good toy for a kid. I think he can be a lot of fun for an adult as well, as long as you don't mind all the wheels on his rear. And hey, he's nice and colourful, and like I say, it's a colour scheme I would like to see more of in the future, and it's a pretty good head design as well, I would say. So Inchup, pretty good. I actually was surprised about how much fun I had doing this video and going, oh yeah, Inchup, he ain't too bad. Until next time, guys, I'll see you laters.